Republican Party. Let's talk about the Republican Party. I'm not going to get into the long history of the Republican Party, but let's talk about the Republican Party. Their pros and their cons and their pandering today in Body of Christ Real Talk. Now let's get into the Republican Party. Hello everybody, welcome to Body of Christ Real Talk. Let's talk some real talk about the Republican Party and how they also, not as half as much as the Democrats do. And a lot of them still don't. Now, pandering. Now, let's talk about the Republicans and pandering. Now, this is from a straight out what I see in the Republicans. I don't see Republicans as panderers towards black people. And Republicans has a history of not pandering to black people, not trying to give black people false promises of what you're going to give me, like the Democratic Party. This is just a real honest truth when it comes to the Republican Party. Remember, there's different entities of Republican Party: Republican rhinos, Republican moderates, Republican conservative Christians, and et cetera, stuff like conservatives and conservative Christian believers that vote Republican are majority of conservatives. So you have to, when I mention Republican, you got to be careful when you say, Republican. Even the worst Republicans' policies are better than the Democrat policies. Even the worst Republican policies is better for the black man and the black woman. It's better, even though most black people don't even know that because of the brainwashing of the platform Democratic Party. See, the Republican values and policies are better for all Americans, actually. It is. Even though a lot of Americans don't even believe that, including the black Americans and the Latino Americans. Let me just put that out there first. I can't get into the whole details. You can look that up on Google and see what each party stand for. Democrats go lie on that. They're not going to tell you everything they stand for because they know most Americans don't go for it. So they're going to tell you the progressive way that make many blacks feel good. But let's get back to the Republican Party because the time constraint. Republicans in history is not known as panderers. They never pander to the black people. That's good and bad. I don't think you should pander to anyone. You just tell somebody what you're going to do and the issues and what you're going to do for their communities and try to stay off what we're going to give you. Republicans are not known to just tell black people what I'm going to give you. They more like, in a sense, if they're honest, or even if their speech is like this, is usually in a sense that what we're going to do to make things better around you so you can independently grow and better yourself. See, Republicans is not going to offer no reparations. They're not going to do that. A rhino may offer a reparations Republican in name only. A moderate or a progressive Republican may do that compromise with a Democrat. But most of the time, a conservative or a Christian conservative Republican is not going to compromise of just giving black people reparations. And I agree with that because they know the real reasons and they use common sense. Most black people, if it was a reparations to be given, are dead. See, it's not old to the generation now, because, the Republicans do not depend on big government. Republicans are for little government because they, according to the Constitution, they understand the real use of what the government is supposed to be doing. The government is supposed to be working for the people. See, that's the constitutional way. Now, the Democratic way is for the government's supposed to be our leaders, and we're supposed to be dependent on the government. No, the government is supposed to be dependent on us. That's the Republican outlook. So the black people that's looking for reparations from the Republican is not going to get that. But they will, if they're going to put money anywhere, it's not going to be in your pockets or to you individually. It's going to be in institutions that'll help you grow and grow jobs and grow businesses. and give you opportunity to grow yourself without penalties and tax hikes and stuff like that, like the Democratic Party. That's what a true Republican is going to offer you. That might not be a pretty outlook and look for many blacks, because blacks used to hearing the word, what you gonna give me? See, not how to make yourself independently stronger and pull up your straps and buckle your belt type of talk like Trump do. They're not used to that. They're used to a Biden type of talk or a Obama type of talk, even though they be lying, a Clinton type of talk. What we're going to give you because you so oppressed. You are a victim. You are still in chains. You are a slave. We are your pimp. We are your God. That's that platform Democratic talk. That talk you're not going to get from the Republican Party. I agree with that. So that's the pros of the Republican Party. See? So if you're looking for reparations from the Republican Party, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to offer that, but they're going to give you a chance to independently make these things and better yourself and get you, pull up your straps. Another thing Republican Party is not going to do, they're not going to focus on racism. They're not going to focus on you are a victim type of mentality. A true conservative Christian Republican is not going to ignore what black people went through, but they're going to let you know, in other words, to get over it, pick up your straps, see what's really going on, or how the Republican Party was really formed, or what this Republican, well, we are a Republican, we're not a democracy, really supposed to be for all individuals, not just black people, but everybody to be free. So they don't focus just on black people. That's why they don't reach out to black people. Because they don't just focus, they don't look at black people as still being enslaved. Now, I'm not talking about all Republicans now, of still being in the slave thing. So they don't focus, they don't pander at you that way. They're not looking to get something from black people like votes, like the Democratic Party do. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the pros of the Republican Party. They want you to be independent. See, they want you to follow the Constitution. They want you to be individually free. All ethnicities, not just black people. See, all equally independently free, not dependent on the government. Those are the pros of that I can best put out there as a Republican Party. The cons is that the Republican Party of today just do a lot of talk. They just talk, and they don't have too much of a backbone like some of the Democrats, even though the Democrats do it in an evil way. The Republican, they talk a good talk, not pandering to you or you're saying what they're going to give to you. But they talk good talk, but they don't have the backbone. And Republicans still today feel they don't need to get out there and reach out to black people, which they must do, and let them know what they really can do to help the black people. Not give them nothing, but help you to gain it yourself. They don't do that enough. They might talk it, but they don't get out there in the hoods and do that. So they look more racist and they look more distant than Democrats. Democrats have mastered the look of we are for black people, while the Republicans look more distant. We are not for black people, but black people need to understand the lingo and the message of the Republican Party and then go from there. See, you have a lot of sellout black people just as much as you have a lot of sellout white people, and you have a lot of sellout Latino people. There's sellouts on all the parties and everything. So that's the difference. The cons of the Republican Party, conservatives as well, they talk a good talk, but they don't push it. They don't get out there and they don't really try to explain. They're doing that a little bit now, to the black people, what we would do to help you grow, not what we're going to give you, which I agree with that. Help me grow. Tell me how to make this myself. I'm not looking for reparations. I want to learn how to I'm not looking for reparations. I'm looking how to do that for myself. How could I start my own business? How could I be a stronger man? See, that's what Republicans going to stand on. They're going to be against same-sex marriage. They're going to be against abortion. They're going to be against all this stuff. What most blacks are against also. But many blacks don't know that. They blindly ignore that Democrats are for same-sex marriage. Democrats are for abortion. Democrats are for transgenderism. Okay, blacks are against that. But you talk about legalizing marijuana, being soft on crime, defunding the police. A lot of blacks are for that. So you see how twisted this is? That's why I get to the point. Black people, why are you really want to vote, maybe give Republicans a chance now? It's because that the immigration is taking your funk. It's because now you see how the Democrat Party really feel about you, which is nothing at all, the platform. What is your real reason? What if it wasn't no illegal immigrant invasion? It would still be the same. Y'all would still vote for Biden and everything. That's why this is a good thing. This has happened. And I'm not talking about all blacks. Don't get me wrong. What is your real reason? So, but let me digress back to the Republican Party. Republican parties are wimps today. Man, they do a lot of talk. I'm looking at this John Barrasso supercut or whatever his name is now. And both parties do this. They ignore the goodness of any type of economy. Even if Clinton does some good on the economy. You know, Obama, I can't say that, no. But Clinton does some good on the economy. But a lot of Republican wouldn't praise that. On the other hand, Trump does some good on the economy. But you're not going to find a Democrat who's going to praise that. An honest Democrat will, that's not caught up in neo-Nazism or far left stuff like that. They will give praise to praise what due. I have more respect in a Democrat when he's just honest. And just say, yeah, this is doing some good things. Then you have the black Republicans say, yeah, I like that, what Trump is talking about, why it's for only black people. So you got to get out that just black mentality, and you're not going to get that from Republican Party. I'm just telling you that now. So that's why they looked at us racist, whatever like that, because Republicans is part of their fault too. They never reached out to the black communities and told them what we stand for. And most of the time, because they didn't think the black people want to listen to them anyway. The black people problem was they always were looking for give outs, what you can give me and what's owed to me. You know, you take care of me, you hold my hand. See, they accepted the welfare programs when Lyndon Johnson and King bringing all this stuff out. They accepted that wholeheartedly. They accepted the rules that a man shouldn't be in the house. That's the only way a woman could be taken care of. That's why they got so many black women voters now. One of the reasons why, anyway, because the black women are getting taken care of with these checks and welfare checks and different things like that and false labels. So that a big chunk of the black women are going to vote Democrat still today, but the black men are waking up more than the black women. You know, and I just want our black people to just vote with your heart, not so much your mind and tradition. Vote on policy. Stop voting on color. Black people, please stop voting on color. You're going to get hurt. Stop voting on color. It's not all about your color. I'm a proud black man. God created me to be black, but he created me to be independent. He created me to put my trust in him. He created me to understand that there's only one race. There's not many races. There's one race with different ethnicities. See, I know that now. I don't focus on my color. And at the same time, I don't ignore my race or my ethnicity, that I'm a black man. But I'm free. I'm independent. And it's not all about me because I'm black. I'm not a victim. I'm a victor. See, but you just have to believe that and walk in it. So to end this with this, politics, you know, all I can just say, as black men and black women, why not give the Republicans a chance? Donald Trump was correct when he said, what do you got to lose? Give them a chance. Listen to them. And the Republicans, I got to say this, reach out, go out into the hoods, talk to the community and tell them what you're going to bring. Don't give them no false promises. Be real. At least Trump be as real as he can. You know, but both parties do pander to black people because they feel black people need to be pandered to. And that's sad. And I don't like that. Trump went to this black gala and he done some pandering. No doubt about that. And the black people clapping and they smiling. Black people, I'm going to end with this. And you might not like this, but this is to help you. Stop being followers of any party. Stop. Don't let neither party pimp you. And also you have to recognize it's not all about you. It's not all about me. This is a global thing. Follow the policies. Don't get pimped. Don't listen to the false promises. Okay? Real talk. Bye-bye.